Nouns, 21 through 25. I'm going to say each of the following 5 nouns in English, then Spanish, and clap. And I'd like you guys to repeat them with me, okay? Cool. 21. Film or movie. Película. Film or movie. Película. 22. Magazine. Revista. Magazine. Revista. 23. Library. Biblioteca. Library. Biblioteca. 24. Church. Iglesia. Church. Iglesia. And finally, 25. Pool. Piscina. Pool. Piscina. Now, película means both movie or film. Okay, like let's go watch the movie or let's go see the film. Now, I personally like Dracula movies. Everybody say Dracula, Dracula. Now say película, película. See the cula here? I would pay money to see a movie about Dracula. Or I would pay money to see a film about Dracula. So, películas movie, películas film. Películas movie, películas film. And notice the accent mark. It says, hey, don't stress the next to last vowel, stress me. If there were no accent mark, this word would be pronounced película. But the accent mark says, hey, don't stress the vowel you expect, stress me, película. Now, magazine is revista. Okay? Now, vista means view or scene. All right, if you've been out west on a trip, or if you've lived out there, you might have seen a sign on the highway that says Scenic Vista or Scenic Vista, 1 mile ahead. It means in a mile, you're going to have a really pretty view of like the mountains or a valley. Okay? Re or re means, again, you can view or you can review. You can iterate or you can reiterate. You can state or you can restate. Now think about this. By the time you see a magazine, it's a review of week-old news. It really is. Like by the time you get, I'm not trying to diss Time or Newsweek or Business Week or anything, but by the time you get a magazine, it's a review of week-old news. See how that works? Review. So, revistas, magazine, magazines, revista. Revistas, magazine, magazines, revista. And I think that's why magazine sales are down so much in the last 10 years. People have access to the internet and whatnot, and they're used to getting their news in a matter of minutes or even seconds. They're not used to waiting for a magazine, which is a review of week-old news. Now, library is biblioteca. Everybody say bibliography. Bibliography. If you want to write a bibliography for a paper, you should take a trip to the library. If you want to write a bibliography for a paper, you should take a trip to the library. Biblioteca is library, library is biblioteca. Okay? Now, church is iglesia. Pretend you and a couple of your friends are up north at the North Pole, and you see these igloos, and one of the igloos has a cross or a crucifix over it. And you're like, man, why does that igloo have a cross on top of it? Or why does that igloo have a crucifix? You guys know igloos are those little frozen ice houses, right? Why does that igloo have a cross or a crucifix? And your friend says, I think that igloo is an iglesia. I think that igloo is an iglesia. There are very few words in English that start with IGL. The only one I can think of is igloo, and the only Spanish word I can think of that starts IGL is iglesia. So that igloo is an iglesia. It is a church. Now, pool is piscina. Everybody say piscina, piscina. Now, there's a way that I remember this. There's a way that I remember that piscina is pool, but I don't want to say it because it might offend somebody. but if you think about it for just a few seconds, again, say this. Pool is piscina, piscina is pool. Pool is piscina, piscina is pool. Hopefully you'll figure that one out. There we go. All right, let's take our little post quiz here. Let me cover the Spanish up. Take a few seconds, look at the English and say the Spanish equivalents out loud, or even better, look at these 5 words in English and write the Spanish equivalents down in a sheet paper. This has been Nouns 21 through 25.